There are a lot of different ways we can describe babies. To some, they're cute and cuddly. To others, they're frustrating and exhausting. Differences in opinion aside. One way we don't often hear babies described as is scientifically phenomenal. While their little tiny bodies might look like miniature versions of our own, they function in a completely different way as newborns than they do at a few months of age. This list is merely a scratch on the surface of the spectacular functions and occurrences in a newborn baby's body. Hey everyone, my name is Ethan, and in this video we will see 5 amazing scientific facts about newborns. Number 5. Newborn babies don't produce tears. No matter how loudly they scream and how much they carry on, newborn babies do not produce tears. This isn't, however, just an act they're putting on for their personal vendetta to keep you up at night. It's merely because their tear ducts are still developing post-birth. The tear ducts will become functional between 2 weeks and 2 months of age. This doesn't mean that their eyes can't produce any water in the meantime, merely that they can't produce enough to actually shed tears. Unfortunately, this delay in tear duct development can lead to late discovery of developmental problems in newborns, such as blocked tear ducts, which can lead to infection. It is important to look out for crusty or abnormally watery eyes on a baby to prevent prolonged opening of the tear ducts. Either way, it's still crazy how they can cry so much without actually producing any tears. Number 4. They have an insane amount of unique reflexes. Reflexes are involuntary movements that occur as a normal bodily reaction. Like when a doctor hits your knee and makes your leg kick out, or when someone throws something at you and you catch it without having to actually think about the movement. Some reflexes are only present in our bodies while we are very young, before we gradually grow out of them. One common reflex seen in newborns is the Moro reflex. This is also sometimes called the startle reflex, as it occurs when a baby is surprised by a loud sound or sudden movement. Upon the startle, the baby will throw back its head and outstretch its arms and legs before pulling them back in. Another unique bodily movement you may observe in a newborn is the tonic neck reflex, also known as the fencing position. As the baby turns its head to one side, the arm on that side will straighten, and the opposite arm will bend, hence the nickname fencing position. This can be present in a baby as late as 7 months old. Lastly, there's the grasp reflex, which can be fun to play with for parents. If you stroke the palm of a baby's hand, the hand will close and grasp, bringing about the name of the grasp reflex. Alongside these few obvious reflexes, babies have about 70 others which are less observable. Number 3. They can swallow and breathe simultaneously. Studies have proven that babies can suck, swallow, and breathe all at the same time to assist them with breastfeeding. The amount of nutrients and oxygen a baby can take in while feeding is directly dependent on their ability to perform all these tasks at once, which is a skill they slowly lose as they grow older. It is, however, inaccurate to say that the tasks occur at the same exact millisecond in time. Instead, it is an intricate action called the suck, swallow, breathe process. This requires infants to perfectly time the movement of its jaw, hyoid bone, tongue, palate, pharynx, and larynx to extract milk, swallow it, and maintain breathing. Babies who lack this ability have significant difficulty feeding and often need to be bottle-fed. Sometimes this pattern is merely learned with a bit of time and encouragement. One thing scientists have yet to figure out is how exactly the tongue works when extracting milk and clearing it from the airway before the infant takes each breath. Although there have been many studies and theories presented, there is no clear answer. How a baby feeds may well forever remain a mystery. What clever little tots. Number 2. They have no kneecaps. Despite having about 100 more bones than an adult, babies have no kneecaps. Well, that's not entirely true. As previously discussed, the baby's skeleton is more cartilaginous at birth, while the kneecap is. In fact, it is the softest kind of cartilage and is one of the last bones to become, well, bone. It should also be noted that because of this, the kneecaps won't show up in X-rays, but they are technically there. The kneecaps will have finally fully ossified by 3 to 5 years of age. Babies are blessed with this soft, pliable kneecap for the first years of their life, as they need them to crawl on. Ever wondered why it hurts to kneel or crawl now, but it didn't when you were younger? This is exactly why. Part of the reason why this bone takes so long to form, however, is because we are on it so often as children, which slows down its forming process. It is also the biggest sesamoid bone in the body. This is another contributing factor to its slow growth. Think about this the next time you kneel down and say it hurts because you're old. You would be 100% correct. Number 1. Babies are born with approximately 300 bones. The number of bones in the average adult human body is 206. A baby, however, is born with about 300 bones, which over time fuse together to form the adult human skeleton as we know it. Also, a newborn skeleton is more cartilaginous than an adult's. With the help of time and calcium, the bones ossify and strengthen until they form a solid skeleton. Pretty cool. But why does this happen? A baby's body is, by nature, designed to be soft and malleable. This is to help with delivery. Imagine if their bodies were as hard and rigid as an adult's. Birth would be nearly impossible. Therefore, babies' bodies have softer skeletons until they enter the world, and these bones can begin to harden. Just another incredible act of nature. Thanks for watching this video. We are going to create more video like this, and please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. We will be back with more videos.